Hey y'all,
Hello, everybody. How's it going?
I am Sim Hyena,
I am D2 Kingpin.
and this is the Heel Rant. Thank you so much for joining us once again on another episodic episode. How are you feeling, Diamond?
I'm feeling pretty good. I'm feeling pretty tired because I was just at a convention. If you can't tell, I'm losing my voice right now because of said convention. And that was
A lot of screaming?
a lot of screaming, a lot of yelling, lots of fluids going in and out of my body.
I saw some of your stories. There was wrestling happening at this convention?
Yeah, there was. There's Progress. Progress is like a independent promotion out of Chicago. And what they do most of the times at these anime conventions is that they'll have cosplay wrestling.
Nice.
So they will cosplay as different characters from animes and video games, and they'll have a little wrestling story built in a 2 hour program. And for this show, it was basically Giovanni capturing Luigi and holding him at gunpoint, for lack of a better term, holding him hostage so that he can have this series of matches to determine whether or not he will win the I forgot what Progress calls their heavyweight title, but their heavyweight title. Um,
Wow.
and lo and behold, the good guys won all the matches, and right up to the final match where Giovanni, which funny reason was just like this short 5 foot was 5 foot black dude who was balding. I didn't know his name. I'd never seen him in my life, but he was he came out and he fought Luigi at the very end, and Luigi ended up he ended up bringing a box that Giovanni brought into the ring. That Giovanni brought to the ring. He brought it into the ring. He knocked out the box and it opened a honest to God star, like one of those power stars from Mario.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and so he got it. He ran into him and he got the 3 count off of it.
That sounds amazing.
Yeah, that's how the night ended, and it was kind of hilarious. It was great. I loved it.
And I believe too, like also, last Thursday, me and you went to
NXT,
WWE NXT. It was a house show that took place live from St. Paul, Minnesota's Roy Wilkins Roy Wilkins Auditorium in downtown St. Paul. And I was actually very surprised of how much of good of a time I had. I can't believe I saw Sheamus live.
Yep, Sheamus
I
was
saw
there.
my homegirl Jordan Grace doing what she does best and kick ass. That was a surprise to see so many cool stars. How did you feel about the WWE NXT house show that we went to go see in St. Paul, Minnesota?
I thought it was pretty good for a house show because I think all the NXT superstars that I expected to see were there. I don't think anybody was left out. We got to see Tatum Paxley was a champion at that time, so we got to see her. We got to see Mariah May, Blake Monroe, who was there. Trick, Oba, Javon,
I'm a big fan of Oba.
Obafemi.
Obafemi.
Yeah, yeah, I think it was the first time you've seen
Yeah.
Obafemi before, but that was they were good. We saw Grayson Waller there. He made an appearance. Sheamus, like you said, made an appearance. Lyra Valkyria made an appearance. So they had some main roster people up there too.
Yeah.
So
I did not expect a house show. Like it popped up on my like feed. I was like, oh, I should go, but I didn't think it was gonna be that dope. This month has been interesting for wrestling, man. How excited are you, if at all, for WWE War Games?
I'm not
You're
really
not-
excited.
why
at all
not?
because I just don't feel like. First of all, I don't feel like the War Games matches
Necessary.
intrigue me that much
Yeah.
because I feel like they've been they're pretty much individual feuds thrown together.
Do you
to
think
make
maybe
a War
like
Games match?
do you think maybe they should have did this like one-off War Games like match instead of doing it every single like Survivor Series, or do you think that's
Oh
a
yeah,
fine concept?
obviously they should be doing that because it's worked for Hell in a Cell. It's worked for TLC matches
Yeah,
to get rid of all that bullshit. I mean, we've had great ladder matches. We've had great table matches this year.
I miss the days where it was like, yeah, I mean, maybe I'm just an old WWE watcher, but I do miss the days where it was like, No, we pull out Hell in a Cell for them feuds, baby. Like this is it's ran its course. These two hate each other. There's nothing more we can do. We're putting them inside Hell in a Cell, and then Hell in a Cell could take place on a SummerSlam. It could take place on No Mercy. It could take place on like. I liked how it wasn't just like WWE presents Hell in a Cell. I am. At first, I wasn't too excited at all for WWE Survivor Series War Games this year until AJ Lee came back. And I think that women's War Game match is going to be crazy star-studded. I have to watch that. I am actually kind of excited for John Cena versus Dominic Mysterio. I think they have great in-ring chemistry, and I've actually been enjoying their feud. I've been enjoying the whole entire John Cena tournament, actually. I don't know. So there's been some highlights about Survivor Series, but I can understand why. I don't understand why they're making matches so quickly in a short span of time. Like some of these matches could have like I don't know had more breathing room, but they still make sense because all these rivalries are intertwined, and that's what kind of makes War Games cool. I think it should be fun. It should be a fun pay-per-view. But I'm curious to see how this leads us into the WrestleMania season. And are we going to Royal Rumble for Saudi Arabia? Is that happening again?
That is 100% happening. That is January.
It's gonna suck the fun out of fucking
late
everything.
January, I believe.
I'm curious to see how they lead this into this upcoming WrestleMania season.
That is a good question. I don't think this is going to like. For some reason, it has Logan Paul being in the Vision. From what I'm looking at on the match card, I don't think Logan Paul's in the Vision.
I think Logan Paul has run his course.
Oh, obviously. I mean, we can talk about that. We can talk about how we fucking hate Logan Paul.
I think he's a great wrestler. I'm gonna go on record and say that. I think that when I say a great wrestler, I mean like I feel like for somebody who is not from this world, I think he's one of the best out-of-world acquisitions that WWE has ever had in terms of him being acclimated into the style of wrestling. Like, he's better at it than Ronda Rousey ever was. He's better at it than anybody. Yes. What I mean by he has ran his course, I just think that the WWE put too much faith in him to be a proper heel. Logan Paul did, and still kind of does have the opportunity to be like a hated heel, but I wish I hated him more. I always use this example, and I sound like an old WWE watcher, but man, the way I used to hate Edge when I was watching him when he was, WWE, like Edge Adam Copeland just has this ability with him to just make you be like, man, fuck this dude. None of these WWE heels really. I mean, maybe because I'm 30, but like I don't know. Invoke something in me. But
a lot of these heels aren't really doing anything dastardly outside of the ring to where you can go like, man, I don't like that dude's character, or I don't like that dude's personality, or I just don't like him because of his face or his looks or his demeanor.
That makes me wonder like. It was that Paul Heyman, that presser on Pat McAfee when he was like, go get deported.
Yeah, okay.
Was that him trying to really like and be like, if I'm gonna be a heel, I should be a heel?
We've talked about this.
We have already on this podcast, but I'm wondering if like, is that how you do it then?
No, because we've seen Paul Heyman enough to know when he's playing, and we've seen Paul Heyman enough outside of the ring to know when he is serious. Mm-hmm. He was 100% serious about what he said. Because he was 100% tired to be there, and I'm not backing off of what I said. Yeah. I think whole WWE, when it came to WrestleMania 41, just wanted to get in and get out and get their money. And do
you think that same attitude will happen once more when we get to Las Vegas?
Oh, this attitude is going to continue to happen until some big changes are made, because I just don't feel like unless it is a WrestleMania, unless it is a Royal Rumble, unless it is a SummerSlam, that WWE even tries anymore. Like, I don't feel like they try to do anything except fill quotas with these weekly shows. I don't feel like they try to get people invested into watching it weekly because they'll have the same stuff on and act like it's a new thing. Like, we've had, like, this last time is now tournament. I think Sheamus and Rusev won the first two matches. So it's not guaranteed that Sheamus and Rusev is going to be like put in a match. But do you really want to see another Sheamus versus Rusev match in the middle of
Not really.
In the middle of a tournament that's
unless it's
not going to give anybody anything at the first
unless
start?
it's like one of the best matches of all time. And just quick segue. We can get right back into that. Mm-hmm. I don't know if there will ever be a match that will give me the same heart palpitation as Sami Zayn versus Kevin Owens in the unsanctioned match at Chamber. I promise you. And the thing is, they had another match at Royal Rumble right before that, right?
No, that was him and Cody. That was him and Cody in the ladder match.
Because Kevin Owens versus Sami, that was the second time they had to fight. Well, I'm thinking of a different match then. But anyway, no. So I don't know. Just quick. So no, unless Sheamus versus Rusev is that level, which it won't be.
It won't be.
Yeah. So I don't know. Who do you think is gonna win this John Cena tournament though? Who would you like to see win this John Cena tournament?
Let me remind myself.
Who's even in the tournament? Who's
still in the tournament? Because I have it here in front of me. I have the brackets right now. Gunther, I believe, just won against Javon
I would actually
Evans.
love that match.
Yep. Solo Sikoa defeated Dolph Ziggler.
Didn't care too much about Solo Sikoa.
Well, he's in it, so you gotta continue to care. LA Knight defeated Zack Ryder in one of the most if-then matches I've ever seen in my life. Jey Uso is still in it.
Yeet!
Because I believe he beat The Miz and...
That's shocking.
SmackDown next week is already taped.
I thought The Miz would definitely advance. I thought that they would definitely want to see, potentially tease that.
No, because who gives a... It's 2025. Stop acting like y'all care about The Miz. Stop it. Ain't nobody give a damn about no Miz.
Damn.
Now Jey Uso versus Rusev is apparently on the 28th, and that SmackDown's already been taped, and apparently Jey Uso won that. So Jey Uso is in the semifinals.
Oh, wait, SmackDown's not live anymore?
The next SmackDown is after Thanksgiving, and that's not live. They already taped it.
Word. Okay. I'm like, okay, we're back in 06. I love that.
Yeah, and apparently the other one is somebody versus LA Knight, which I completely forgot who it was. But I think LA Knight won that one. So we have two in the semifinals already, LA Knight and Jey Uso. I don't know if they'll be facing each other, but I think they are. I'm looking at the last time it's now bracket.
Mm-hmm.
They would be facing each other if they go what's on the screen. And the other one is for this Monday. I think it's tonight. Yeah, Gunther versus Carmelo Hayes tonight.
We're recording November 24th, by the way, before Monday Night Raw. So perspective on this episode.
Right, and then it's Solo Sikoa versus Penta. I mean, was it Gunther and Penta for the Raw final? I think
that's tonight.
No, that's probably next week.
Oh, because I'm like, because that's gonna be a match. Because I want to see that.
It's probably gonna be.
I want to see that.
That's at least my guess. And
out of these options, I think Gunther's gonna.
And then Jey Uso, LA Knight are gonna cause riots on Twitter. So
I can't wait.
They are. So I can't wait for that. When is that? December 5th. So that is gonna be a live SmackDown. So yeah, December 5th. Y'all might not want to be on Twitter. if y'all are sick and tired of hearing about.
But who's
Jey
your pick
Uso.
then, though? Did you name your pick of who's gonna win this tournament?
LA Knight, and that's
really?
That's just because I want it to happen. That's just because
Why?
I'm an LA Knight fan, and that's just because
Not Gunther.
No, fuck no, no.
What?
Well, why would I want it to be Gunther?
Because he's really him.
At least.
But the strap back
LA
on him.
Knight, they've had some type of history together, and at least with LA Knight, it's not about him trying to lick John Cena's balls one last time.
Jesus.
And say, oh, thank you, John. You've done so much for the company. You're such an inspiration.
If LA Knight goes from...
LA Knight wants to beat John Cena because he has a championship now.
If LA Knight goes from being the super duper berry to defeating John Cena at his last match, that is one hell of a switcheroo.
It would be.
That would be... I mean, I would be here for... And to take the strap with it, and to become the Intercontinental Champion...
It would be a step forward and a step
But that
back
means that they
forward.
believe in him then. Like, to beat Johnson's last one, that would mean
It
that
would.
he's a
That's
future
why I'm
world
not
champion.
counting on it to happen. Because everything they've told me this year says they do not believe in LA Knight.
Do you think he's being punished for that, picking up the Jey Uso sign that says that we don't want Jey Uso?
I mean, the punishment was what? Getting thrusted into the John Cena tournament and beating Zack Ryder of all people?
Speaking
that
of
a
which,
punishment?
why did he not come back as Matt Cardona? Do you think that was weird not coming out as Matt?
Well, no, I think they told him to come out as Zack Ryder because more people recognize him as Zack Ryder.
That's fair.
Like I feel like that's the only case, but yeah, because I know Matt Cardona, the actual person that has been interviewed, saying no, I will never come back as Zack Ryder. I want to come back as Matt Cardona because that character's dead. I am not Zack Ryder anymore. And then I don't know. I guess WWE.
And let's give a round of applause for since our last episode, Chelsea Green has become the WWE Women's United States Championship once again, and I think that was like the perfect change. Thank you. Speaking of another change that we needed, even though SmackDown is still suffering in ratings.
Julia is no longer the United States champion, and I'm telling you, we're missing a lot. I think we're missing a lot.
In terms of like her, like, do you think Julia's like the GOAT?
No, I think no. No, I don't know what to think of Julia because her reign was so short and she did nothing during it. Like Kiana James got more over in her reign than Julia, and Julia was the champion. I think Kiana James had more matches. Like I think Kiana James had more backstage segments.
Maybe they should have a backstage championship.
They should have a backstage championship. Are you kidding me? Especially with SmackDown. Oh my God, Kiana James, Tiffany Stratton, Jade Cargill, Lash Legend. You see the outfits Nia Jax be coming out with?
Could you imagine?
They should have a backstage
the outfits. Wait, what's wrong with Nia Jax's outfit?
No, I'm just saying, like, nothing's wrong with her outfits. I'm saying her outfits are great. I'm saying that there should be a title where the only defense that you have to do is come out in a 1v1, basically modeling match, to where we see you come out of your car, walk to the arena, and put your bags away. And whoever looks better wins that championship. It'll be a title match every week. It's what they're doing with the U.S. title. But it'll expand to a different audience.
You know the same way like they intro Raw and SmackDown, mostly Raw, where like you see the stars coming in.
Yeah,
that's how it takes place right there. Like
exactly. That would make the first 5 minutes of SmackDown more interesting.
Triple H hire us.
Must watch TV.
Triple H, you hear us?
If you could tell,
we're geniuses.
If you could tell some of these people that are not watching WWE right now, I guarantee you will see ass and titties on your screen in the first 5 minutes of watching Friday Night SmackDown. I guarantee you the ratings will go up. I guarantee it. You'll get some ass, some titties. You'll get some Latin women, some black women. You get some white girls.
Men too.
Wait. Yeah, men too. Yeah. If they want to make the backstage title a mixed opportunity, they can do that with the men too.
So the backstage championship is only for women.
Hey, everybody's bitching about them not having something to fight for. Everybody's bitching how everybody has nothing. Nobody has anything to fight for on this program. Yet we get championships week after week after week after week. Title defenses week after week after week after week. We have mid-card women's titles because y'all said the women in the mid-card don't have nothing to feud over, and we got them now. And still the mid-card women have nothing to feud for. Because they don't feud for these titles.
They feud for backstage.
They just conduct backstage segments. That's it. Meaningless backstage segments to lead to meaningless matches, to lead to meaningless title runs.
How do we?
A la Tiffany Stratton.
It's Tiffy time. Speaking of the perfect segue, because I was just about to ask you, how do we feel about Jade Cargill, Miss I'm That Bitch?
I think it's way too late. I thought this should have been.
Oh wow.
And to the point where I thought they were burying Jade Cargill.
Yeah, I thought so
at
too.
This point because Jade Cargill, I believe she lost to SummerSlam.
Yeah.
She lost in a triple threat match on SmackDown.
Random, yeah.
So I was just like,
what the fuck?
Why is Jade Cargill getting another shot at this WWE Women's Championship when she's already lost twice? And she's already lost to Tiffany Stratton 3 different times.
That just goes to show you that they were tired of Tiffany as fuck.
They had to have been because they ran out of stuff for Tiffany to do.
There was nothing for her. Not only that, I don't think her.
They ran out of mirrors for her to make makeup on backstage. They just completely ran out of mirrors for her to do makeup in. And it was like, yeah, we got to take the title off. We gotta take time off Tiffany Stratton. We had nothing else for her.
Her star never sparked to me. Like she.
How could it? She just was walking around. Like that's all she did. She just walked around with the title.
I think she
said Jay Cargill ain't gonna take this title from me. And then she would walk to the ring and she would say, "What time is it?
It's titty time.
Yeah, titty time. It's titty time. Yeah, we love titties. Yes, it's great, awesome.
Jesus.
But we need more, especially if you're gonna be a baby face. We need something to connect with. We need something. We need a reason why Tiffany Stratton is fighting.
I can't wait. I just can't wait for
the
Bianca versus Jade. I need that bad. I said the last episode.
We can move on to Bianca versus Jade because I'm tired of talking about Tiffany Stratton. Let's move on. Jay has the WWE Women's title. We gotta wait for Bianca to come back, which is
Royal Rumble probably.
This has been the longest finger injury I've ever heard of. When did she get the finger injuries? It was before. It was before SummerSlam. It was before SummerSlam.
Damn, bro.
Like, oh my god. Oh, this is the longest fucking finger injury. She must have snapped that thing in half or something.
Speaking of which, like, do we know how long Seth Rollins is out? I've heard nothing about his anything.
Well, it's serious this time, so
was it not the serious last? Oh no, it wasn't.
It wasn't. No, it wasn't. They literally told you it wasn't because last time when this was happening, they let us know every week that Seth Rollins was injured. They haven't mentioned his name. They haven't mentioned his name since the first week he went down.
Damn, this dude is so always prone to some fucking injuries. Maybe it's time to like hang it up. I don't know. I was watching some of those earlier.
Seth Rollins is like 40.
I was watching some of
Seth Rollins is one of their younger stars, by the way.
Damn, because I was watching some of those earlier like Shield matches, like those like 2014, 2015 Shield matches. Mm-hmm. Seth was fucking his knees up in those matches, bro.
Well, Seth was a different.
Seth was fucking his
before the first
dude.
Injury.
I was watching some of those matches. Do you remember the Wyatt? Woo! God, take me back. Just like God, please. The Wyatt versus the Wyatt 3, the original Wyatt 3 versus the Shield in Minneapolis was it No Way Out?
It was Elimination Chamber. 2014.
God,
I was there.
God, take me
I
back.
watched it. It was one of the greatest. It's still one of the greatest six-mans I've ever seen live. And I still don't know where Dean Ambrose is because he went into the crowd and we still haven't seen him. I don't know. I don't think the John Moxley we see in AEW is the same John Moxley that was in 2014 because he left to the back and I didn't see him.
Wait, was that the year that he left WWE?
No.
Okay.
No, not even close.
No, I think it was like 2016, right?
Yeah, 2016 or 17, somewhere around there. But yeah. The Seth Rollins we got now is completely different than the Seth Rollins in the Shield. And as far as I'm concerned, I think we're done with pushing Seth Rollins as the main guy.
Yeah, I think they tried.
I believe it's over. We've done this in 20. We've done this in 2015.
Yeah.
We've done this in 2018. We've done this in 2025 now.
We need a new younger star. That's why we got Braun Breaker.
It hasn't worked any 3 of those times.
Yeah.
It hasn't done anything to the ratings except drop them.
Oof.
I'm sorry, Seth.
Oof.
You work hard. Everyone does. But again, if we're going in the business of a vanity-laced business like professional wrestling, we have to have some standards that are vanity-based. And if we are not going to do that, and just give everybody a chance because they work so goddamn hard, we've got to establish when something isn't working.
So you're
to
saying
where
that
we gotta change.
Seth is not him.
Seth is not him, and Seth cannot get more chances because he keeps working. Like because he keeps coming back, we can't give him the ball over and over again.
Just to drop it.
Because we haven't done that with people like LA Knight. We haven't done that with Damian Priest.
Damn.
We haven't given him the ball back. We haven't given the ball back to Solo Sikoa. We haven't given the ball back to.
Speak on it.
I'm just literally pulling names out of a hat now. Drew McIntyre.
Oof.
We haven't. We're still waiting to get him the ball for the first time
in front of an audience.
In front of an audience, yes. In front of an audience. So,
clock it.
Like,
there are
so many other people that haven't gotten a chance to be the main guy. Seth Rollins has gotten 3 and has failed all 3 times.
Damn.
I'm sorry at this point. Like, if we're gonna be a vanity-based business, let's give everybody a chance at some vanity.
I agree, and that's the realest shit you said in a minute.
But hey, man, like it is what it is. It is a business to where everybody wants to be seen as the star of the show, and it is going to cause trauma if you keep giving the same 6 people all the spotlight. It clearly has done something with the men. I don't know about the women just yet, but I feel like with the men, sooner or later, they're going to start, something is going to go happen with that company. It's just like, come on, man. Because there's so many people that haven't gotten their ball yet, like Carmelo Hayes, like Ilya, like LA Knight.
So
I just
many people
named
are hungry
3
too.
more. And this is just from the men's side. A lot of people think the women are more talented, which I would probably say that's deeper as of right now. But that's just because I believe the women have gotten more of the spotlight, so we can see them more, versus the men, where after the first 6 men that I'm gonna name, like, let's be honest, Roman Reigns, Cody Rhodes, Seth Rollins, Jey Uso, Sami Zayn, CM Punk. After those 6 guys, like, who else has gotten the ball? Yeah. Let's say in the last 3 years, to where they've gotten any sort of shine as the top guy other than John Cena. Like, it's always been around those 6 men, hasn't it?
Maybe
it
Priest
really
for
has.
a small minute.
Like,
they try to give Priest the ball for a small minute.
They did, but Cody Rhodes was on the other side.
Yeah.
Roman Reigns was coming back during that.
They tried really hard with Priest. Cody Rhodes.
This was my problem when they gave the ball to Jey Uso. You give the ball to Jey Uso the same year John Cena's going to retire.
And at first, I
know we all said in the moment, this is a great idea. This is a great idea. This
I was
great
very
for Jey
happy
Uso.
for Jey Uso.
Somebody new in the spotlight. But again, this was the final year of John Cena. Having a babyface Royal Rumble winner to go side by side with John Cena's quest for 17, I didn't like that idea then, and I don't really like that idea now after we've gone through everything we've gone through. So,
which is a great segue, because now this is a conversation that I'm interested to have of how would we have booked John Cena's final year. First of all, we've touched on this a little bit in previous episodes, but before we get into how we would have booked it, what's your grade so far on how it's been booked?
D minus.
Damn.
Damn.
D minus.
I'm only not gonna give it an F.
Shit.
Because John Cena in the ring has worked very hard to salvage this. But everything outside of it, the build up, the execution of the heel turn,
that bald-headed bitch.
Which bald-headed bitch are we talking about? Dwayne? Or are we talking about the Duke's son-in-law?
Oh, sorry, I forgot. He is bald too. Yeah, I'm talking about Dwayne.
No, we talking about Dwayne. Okay.
The way CM Punk says it, Dwayne.
Because if we're gonna, because we've already talked about this, about the WrestleMania 41 blame pie, but if we're gonna put some blame, Dwayne deserves some of it too, because he knew what he was doing out there. He knew what he was doing out there by standing right alongside John Cena. He knew how that was going to look to wrestling fans. We thought we had another faction ready to run roughshod over the WWE. The Rock and John Cena, another 2-headed power trip or something like that. Nope. Rock says to these niggas in the back. No, he says it over the phone, because Rock went on Pat McAfee and told these niggas over the phone that I am not going to be at WrestleMania. Bro. Told him over the phone that I'm not going to be at WrestleMania. So y'all have 6 weeks to just do y'all thing. That's what he said. Just do y'all thing. John Cena does his thing. Cody Rhodes does his thing. And we're going to make magic at WrestleMania. That's how he set it up. That's how he set it up.
Lord.
So if he knew he was not going to be at WrestleMania, why in the hell was he even at Elimination Chamber to begin with? Why would you give people that visual and not cash in on it? This is why people don't want The Rock back now, because we cannot trust him. He's lost trust with us wrestling fans.
He's lied to us too many times with that big ass New Orleans announcement.
Let's not even talk about the New Orleans announcement. But if we want to get back on topic with this John Cena turn, I'll give it a D because immediately after his heel turn, he left for 2 weeks and immediately blamed the fans, which is what every heel does.
Here's a question I have. Before you start getting into just how you would have booked it, would you have even, like, my whole thing with this whole year that I don't like, but...
Would I turn him heel? No.
Not even just that. I'm not even going to say that, but, like, I can't wait to get into that. But not even... But just the whole entire... Would you have even announced a fucking retirement tour? I think that's where we kind of ran into the...
Yes.
The weirdness.
I think I would have announced. I would have announced the fact that this
like
year was
next year's the last. Like, you know, I just felt. I don't know.
Announced.
Me, I wouldn't have announced the retirement tour. I don't know.
Well, you would want him to go out silently. Like,
No. I take it back. I would have announced the retirement. Like, I can't believe I'm saying this. Almost Ric Flair style. It would be like 3 months. Like it would be like it would be my last year. But I wouldn't tell y'all it was my last year until like November. Like I would shock the world. I'd be like, guys, I came back every year, every Monday, damn near. I was at every premium event. I did the WrestleMania.
A lot of people are gonna be mad because you're gonna cut into those sales, right? There's a lot of shirts that are not gonna be made.
See, and we don't have the time to talk about that because that's a whole other conversation in terms of like
it is
It's triple because people keep coming at Triple H for, and it's I'm gonna get back to topic because that's where this ties in. Well, people keep coming at Triple H for certain creative decisions, but that thing you just said just now, Samaj, the sales, like releasing shirts. So I'm like, how much was Triple H and John Cena's hands tied in terms of like making this work for his last year, but. This is a business, goddammit. Like, yeah, John Cena, thank you so much for all of your years of service. Like Diamond said last episode, being the guy that never left, holding the flag high, being loyal. So how do we give this fucking GOAT his proper due diligence? But, baby, this is TKO, and these seats cost $5K, nigga. Like, what you mean? But, you know, so, yeah, so, like, but anyway, back to you. Let's start... So you would have announced the tour. So let's start with January. How do we run this down? What are you doing with John Cena for Royal Rumble Dynamite?
January would have done exactly what he did in this timeline we're in right now. He would have just came out. He would have just said, "I haven't been winning at all lately. I've been getting my ass kicked. So I don't believe I deserve a shot at the WWE Championship. I don't believe I deserve a shot to." Hoist number 17 because I believe that stuff has to be earned. And he would just go on and cut his little John Cena promo talk about how he's going to enter the Royal Rumble and win the Royal Rumble. I wouldn't have him win the Royal Rumble. You already know I wouldn't have had him win Elimination Chamber. I probably would have had his first singles win be at WrestleMania. And that probably could have came against Finn Balor, because I think
so. Let's pause for a second.
Breaker.
So that's a lot you just said. So like you wouldn't even have him win the Chamber match at Chamber.
No, he wouldn't have won that.
And not only that, what you just said too is that you wouldn't have had him main event WrestleMania at all.
No.
Wow.
No.
Okay.
He would probably be opening, if not somewhere in the middle of the card. I'm sorry, he would. John
Cena's last WrestleMania,
chamber,
you're having him open that bitch.
I might. I might because okay, let's be honest. John Cena, I don't think had a singles victory in about 6 years.
Yeah.
I don't think he. I could be wrong, but I don't think he's had a singles victory in that long
first
before
or the middle of the card. I think the middle of the card is worse. I think the middle of the card is worse.
I know, considering how Saturday went. No, I think if he was in the middle of the card, it would have made Saturday a lot better. But. Okay, we can disagree with that.
That is hilarious, though.
The point is, John Cena would get his first win, and it'd probably be, if it depends on who it would be, but I would put him against Dominic Mysterio to get that first win.
Okay.
Now he would have to start building wins together. This is the part where from April to SummerSlam, he'd be mixing around with the mid-card. He'd be messing with Penta. He'd be messing with... I think the New Day was relevant then, I believe, because they were the tag champs, so he could have messed around with the New Day. And
poorly executed heel turn, but whatever.
How is it poorly executed when they didn't do anything to follow it? These guys were off television, but I'm not going to go into that. But that's where we would have seen maybe Gunther, because Gunther lost the world title, so he would have had to come back down for me. I would have had Gunther and John Cena maybe mix around in the mid card. That's when he would have got his second big win over Gunther, his second big win, singles win, and he would have gone through King of the Ring. So this is where I believe he would have gotten his first title shot, and it wouldn't have been against Cody Rhodes. For me, it would be against Drew McIntyre. I think I would have given the belt to Drew McIntyre at WrestleMania. So it would Drew versus John at SummerSlam for the world title, based on around the fact that the only person stopping 17 from happening would be Drew McIntyre, because Drew McIntyre would be the number one heel in the company at this point, because he's the WWE champion. He beat the biggest babyface clean. There's nothing to discuss. He would beat John Cena. John Cena would have to be begging Adam Pearce, begging Nick Aldis for one more chance and an opportunity. He would have to go feud with some returning people like CM Punk, like Randy Orton. That's where probably I would have had all those matches, like R-Truth.
The nostalgia ones.
Yeah, that's where I would have had those. And then right around now, he would be fighting in a tournament, or he'd be fighting in War Games, or he'd be fighting to do something to put him back into that title picture. The point is, with my booking, I wouldn't have given him 17 until literally the last month. Because, like, if he gets 17, right, and we would have, like, a 6-month title reign with him doing nothing but having rematches with legends for the WWE title. I feel like at this point, especially with how critical this year seems to be for making stars and not like letting people's time go by, I would have a hard time putting John Cena above some of the talent that I have right now, because I would want to make this era feel special. And if this era to feel special, I feel like John Cena would need to lose to some people that are having their time right now.
Yeah.
Like a Drew McIntyre, like a LA Knight, or like a Gunther. He could have lost to Gunther. This is just shit I'm spitballing out right now. Like, he could have lost to Rusev. I mean, he could have. If you want to build up Rusev, then that's perfectly fine. If you want to build up a Carmelo Hayes, that's perfectly fine too. He could lose to Obafemi in this time. The point is, we're trying to build up people to carry us forward when John Cena leaves next month.
Permanently type shit.
Exactly. Like, right now, we don't have anybody that could fill that void unless we go back to one of the 6 people that we've been booking around when John Cena's not here.
For the last 5
years.
And
there's Roman fatigue, there's Cody fatigue, there's Jey Uso fatigue, there's Sami Zayn fatigue, there's Seth fatigue, there's CM Punk fatigue.
Y'all don't admit that.
But no, but this is what happens. This is what happens when you're booking around the same 6 people for 3 years straight. People get tired of them, and people want new talent.
This is what I would have done. I want to go directly to Chamber, because me and you agree very much on like how from January to Chamber happened, like not coming out the way he did in January, entering himself to the Royal Rumble, not winning the Royal Rumble, because me and you both agree on that. He should have won the Royal Rumble. I don't care if this was his last one, and I think that him not winning is smart that they did that. For WrestleMania, though, for Chamber, I would have had him win the Chamber match to go to WrestleMania. Not to challenge Cody Rhodes, however. I would have had Jey Uso actually challenge Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania for the WWE Championship, to be honest with you. And people might look at that like, what the hell, what the fuck? But in my fantasy booking, it would have been Jey Uso versus Cody Rhodes for that belt. I would have actually made Jey Uso turn heel this year and go deep and kind of bring it back to his family of like, you and my family have been fucking like, we've been battling for so long. You beat my tribal chief last year, and he fell, so it's time for a new chief. I would have had Jey Uso.
You would have addressed that.
I would have addressed it.
I
instead of doing another Roman Cody 3, which I'm sorry, snooze, I would have definitely been like, okay, we're trying to book another Uso. Let Jay enter that thing, but say no. The former guide failed us, and he can no longer step into this arena and defend our family's honor. That's up to me now. So I would have Jay won the Royal Rumble perfectly, but turned heel. None of that yeet shit. It would have been more darker. It would have been more serious. It would have been more like, nah. Last year with the
we needed a darker and serious Jey Uso after he won the Rumble, and we didn't get that. And the one time we did was I was in the building for. They yeeted him out of the building. They weren't serious. They weren't playing with him.
I would have definitely had Jay been like dark. Now the reason why I'm painting Jay like this, and I should be talking about Cena, is like I'm just really trying to paint the picture of like how this would have gone. So with the dark Jay going against Cody, I actually yes, I would have John Cena won the Chamber match at Elimination Chamber. The way is perfect. Yes, Set of the Rock coming out doing that weird shit. We're scrapping all that bullshit. No heel turn for Cena, but Cena is going to challenge Gunther. Now the reason why I would want this is because for two reasons. One, this is a fantasy match. People,
would you still have him win the way he won the Chamber? Because
yes,
yeah,
I think that the way he won the Chamber, even without going heel, because it actually ties into what Diamond this actually is perfect because Diamond, it was talking about how Johnson was just losing, and he was like, oh, I gotta earn this. He lost the Royal Rumble. This was his last chance at a WrestleMania. I thought the desperation angle was still perfect because it's a chamber match. There is no fucking friends. Right. So I think that him utilizing Seth's hatred towards CM Punk was perfect. And instead of John Cena being like, no, I want CM Punk to stand up and give me his all for the last match, I think Seth being like, nigga, fuck you, curve stomping Punk, and Cena being like, shit, I gotta go to Mania.
Right.
And then being like, fuck it. And then that could have led into like some that would have been the only sign of heelness in Cena that I would show, just the desperation aspect of being like, I gotta make it to my last fucking Mania. But then how I would use that, because Gunther was having a piss poor reign at that time, but I would use that to completely revitalize Gunther at the time, because Gunther was having a fucking piss poor reign. But we're not gonna get into that.
He was.
But that's why I would need Cena, and that's why I would have Cena go against Gunther, because it would. I swear to God, Cena's last Mania, it would immediately flip Gunther's whole reign into something serious, into something like, okay, Gunther has a target. This is John Cena's last WrestleMania ever. I want to beat John Cena at his last WrestleMania. And then the whole angle what I would go with is Gunther really trying to tap into John Cena's dark side as well. This Mania for me would be themes of darkness. Like last year, it was very Avengers-like, very spectacle, very big bossy. This year would be a year of like the past meets the future, but the past just wants that one more chance to just be like, I am gonna go out, but like I want to go out as the best, and I can't be totally good doing that. So I would have Gunther be like, see, John Cena, you were so desperate. Look what you did to get to this point. Look what you did to get to my face. You need me. You need this because you did all this. You did something that you would never do. You laid down your pride. You didn't give Punk your best. You didn't allow Punk to get you took advantage of Punk. So I would let Gunther play on, oh, you can't beat me because you're going to be too desperate to beat me. And that's how I'm going to beat you. And I actually would have had Gunther beat John Cena at WrestleMania. I agree with you. I wouldn't have had John Cena get a 17 at Gunther. I would have legitimized Gunther because, again, Gunther was having a very piss poor
okay, so we're in agreement there that we would have probably just had John Cena lose at WrestleMania to somebody that needed it. Because Drew McIntyre would have needed it then. Gunther would have needed it then, too. So I agree with you there. If I could say something,
yes.
I probably would have given it to Gunther as well. But I don't know if I would have had John Cena win the Elimination Chamber to do it.
That's fair.
I don't know, because if the Elimination Chamber was gonna go after Gunther, I probably would have had it be Punk. But with what happened,
true.
With what happened with Jey Uso winning the Rumble, and you wanted him to go after Cody, I'd probably say that was a good choice.
And also, what I would have done too, because just the fucking end the Seth Rollins. I think the Seth Rollins CM Punk's feud went on way too long. Mm-hmm. I would have had Roman beef with somebody else. I wouldn't have done the triple threat match. What I would have done is have John Cena win the way he did. Have CM Punk get really pissed off at Seth Rollins and be like, "Nigga, I'm seeing you at WrestleMania in a fucking cell. I'm tired of you. I'm tired of this feud. I'm tired of this." It would have been CM Punk versus Seth Rollins in Las Vegas in a fucking Hell in a Cell. That's money. Why didn't y'all do that? Stupidity. You would have had Jey Uso versus Cody Rhodes, main event. John Cena versus Gunther, and then you would have Seth Rollins versus Punk in Hell in a Cell. That's money. What the... Y'all don't want me in the booth. Anyway, so moving on past WrestleMania, I'm not really sure.
Since Roman's free, in my timeline, he could open up against John Cena Saturday night. He likes to open matches, doesn't he?
And I wouldn't have minded John Cena versus Roman at in
WrestleMania non-title.
Especially Roman being like, "Nigga, you cost me last year, ho." Like you like the fuck, like, cause like, you know, and that's another thing that WWE doesn't do well too much anymore. Y'all just be letting storylines just kind of like go into the ether,
right?
You know, like because
they don't capitalize when shit is hot, a la the New Day.
Because Roman Reigns versus John Cena would have worked. Because like, oh, this is our last Mania, and yet weren't you one of those bitches that assembled to go against me last? Bet, run it up. I need my leg back. Yes, you know, you get these hands. Like there's so many other things that they could have did besides just a very lazy heel turn. And I get it. Like at the time, y'all were not cooking for WrestleMania. This season was very, very bland.
Clearly, y'all weren't. Y'all head creator said, we're going to book this WrestleMania around Travis fucking Scott. That's what y'all head creator said.
And then leading into SummerSlam, I'm not sure what I would have John Cena do. I think that I probably would have pulled a Triple H. We probably would have got John Cena Gunther too. Mm-hmm. Like I like Diamond's angle of like, oh, he needs to try harder to get back. Like I would have Gunther beat John Cena at WrestleMania, but then I would have had John Cena like mess around with the mid card to regain his like honor or whatever, and be like, "You're right, Gunther. I was too desperate to beat you, but like now, And then, mind you, I'm still doing this, and I haven't even told people that John Cena's retiring yet. This is not even retirement, right? This is just John Cena being a normal superstar.
Exactly.
I would have had John Cena beat Gunther at SummerSlam and actually won 17 at SummerSlam. I think that would have been a nice way to, like, you know, probably had a stipulation for Gunther. Or no. Actually, I wouldn't have had John Cena Gunther 2 at SummerSlam. I would have had John Cena Cody 1 at SummerSlam. We would have had the first Cody. Yeah, we would have the John Cena Cody 1 at SummerSlam. I think that's big money. That's blockbuster. I would.
Would that have been for the title?
Yes. Okay. Because I would have had Cody defeat Dark J. Earlier, that my fantasy booking earlier WrestleMania, I would have had Cody defeat Dark J. But now who would have defeated who? So I would have kept John Cena versus Cody Rhodes SummerSlam, but it would be the first time. Who would go over in that match? I think this is where I would have. This is where I would have John Cena win his 17, because at this point, Cody would be champion for a year and a half. Mind you, he beat Roman Reigns previous year. He would have defeated Jay. So at this point, Cody would be champion for a whole year and a half. I would have John Cena win 17 at SummerSlam against Cody Rhodes. Yes, I would. Okay. Yes, I would.
I don't hate that.
And I think people would have been mad because, like, damn, Cody couldn't pass. Cena couldn't pass in terms of Cody Rhodes. Like, damn, what the fuck? But because Cody at this point is untouchable. Right. So I think that it would be like, because it would be basically Cody who is new Cena in a way, the way he carries himself, and Cena. It would be a beautiful match of like, okay, like this is basically Cody's the new face of the kid business, and Cena is the old face. Like it would be. I would.
And with what they did in actual SummerSlam.
Yeah, it was good. Right.
That would have fit right in.
But I don't know if I could just have John Cena lose 2 big premium events back to back for the title. But
it's a bold move.
So I would have John Cena carry the belt, and this would start to the retirement talk. I would use the WWE Championship and the 17th title for John Cena to come out and be like, guys, I've done it all. You know, a big, beautiful speech about, you know, his contributions and everything. And then he would get teary-eyed a bit, and he would look at his belt. And he's like, because of your support and help, you got me this. And because I'm here at 17, something that even the big boy, woo, and then we get a woo chance. And then he would say, guys, I can't do it anymore. I see these younger guys. I see the back. I see what they're doing. I don't know if I can keep up. I give you my all this year. I got to a history-making moment, but I think it's time. But then John Cena would turn and say, but I'm not going to go out without a fight. Mm-hmm. If I'm going to leave, someone has to beat this shit off of me. So I would use the belt as the retirement. Like, I'm going to go because I did the big one. I finally made history. But as I depart, who the fuck is going to step up and take this belt off of me?
There you go.
So he would have got 17. Because I think that's just, he deserves it.
Right.
I don't like John Cena like that always, but like, he deserves it. But I would have used the belt to be like, and this whole entire John Cena tournament, we could have had the same John Cena tournament, but it would be John Cena, not only the tournament to defeat him for his last match, but that for that WWE championship too. Mm-hmm. So it would just be like a double whammy, like, oh, Cena's last match and the gold? Mm-hmm. Oh, the tournament would be... Yeah, it would be a bigger block. I like what they're doing now. I wish the tournament was more blockbuster than it is. This is John Cena's last match. I wish it was way more blockbuster, but I think having John Cena beat Cody Rhodes, and Cody Rhodes could be in the tournament too, and be like, yo, I need that. I need to run that again, and then it could have been Cody versus John Cena at Saturday Night Live in his last match.
That's actually, not to cut you off, but that's exactly what my last match would have been.
All right, there we go.
Exactly what
we kind of make it to the center.
Exactly, because Cody Rhodes by now would have probably beaten Drew McIntyre to get the title back, and he would probably have the title just so that I could have John Cena fight Cody Rhodes, because John Cena fighting Cody Rhodes would not have been on my schedule the entire year.
Until that last one,
and I would have John Cena beat Cody Rhodes, because for what I would want to see John Cena do is just to go out on top with the title and he'll just retire with it, and then we could have like the next year's Rumble decide the champion
in Saudi Arabia, because they'll love that. They would love that.
Yeah.
Look at you being business forward. You see Triple H? Look at you being business forward. Like,
look, man, I just feel like everybody wanted a face John Cena to cheer for, so I'm going to give them a face John Cena, and I'm going to give them a reason to cheer for him.
But we both agreed that we would have never have turned him heel.
We both agreed we would never turn him heel. We both agreed we would never give him the championship at WrestleMania. We both agreed that he probably wouldn't have done all the rematches right away. But, yeah, I think we're pretty similar in the fact that we wanted John Cena to really have this year matter.
And the only major differences between our stories is that you would have kept the retirement tour announcement. I would have used the WWE Championship as the retirement announcement.
Yeah, exactly.
Triple H, man, I'm saying, man, my starting salary wages is $300K a year for writing.
Yeah, $300K sound right.
Yeah,
that sound right.
Y'all got big money now.
With incentives,
with stock options.
Yeah.
Stock options.
Stock options.
What's the stock options?
Stock options.
And I
ain't an independent contractor, nigga. You can't do that shit to me. I need benefits. I'm talking health, dental.
Severance
I already
package,
can't see. Give me some vision. I need some vision, because I got vision for y'all, but I need vision for me. You understand? Like,
is there anything else that we should touch on, or do you think that we hit on everything?
I mean, we can go over the Survivor Series card right now.
Sure.
We can give
some time.
Little predictions. Let me get out of here. Let me look at it. Yeah, we got the Survivor Series card. Speaking of John Cena, we got him as the Intercontinental Champion.
Johnson's taking this.
I'd
be shocked that Dominic beat him.
I think
before his
the only
last
reason
match.
Dominic would beat him is that they don't want his last match to be for a title,
which is fair.
But
I think it should
be fair considering who I think's in it.
Dominic might take this back though.
Well, if Dominic takes it back, he's gonna be very busy, because I just feel like.
So I can't sit here and say Cena.
I feel like he's getting a match, because I feel like he's getting a match at the Royal Rumble. I feel like he's gonna get a match in the Royal Rumble match. He's still a AAA Mega Champion, so he'll be working AAA for the foreseeable future.
I think I'm gonna still say Johnson for this one.
And not even that. Liv Morgan's probably coming back soon, right? So he's gonna be on Raw every week too. So like, man, for him to be the Intercontinental Championship and do all that type of stuff, they must really believe in Dominic Mysterio, and I don't think that trust is misplaced.
Yeah, I'm gonna choose Cena for this one.
All right, what do we got? We got Stephanie Vaquer and Nikki Bella. Nikki Bella just turned on her.
You can look, but you can't touch.
Do we think Nikki Bella is gonna last 10 minutes? I don't.
Nah, it's gonna be.
I don't think she should, because I think if Stephanie Vaquer is the
I don't think
deal,
there's no way in hell Nikki takes this.
No, not.
There's just no way that Nikki takes it.
Not a chance.
It's gonna be. But check this out. It's gonna be an amazing match. I do believe that because I think that their styles. People do sleep on Nikki. Is not the she's not the best on the card, like, you know what I'm saying, but Nikki can wrestle. I'm sorry, she can. And I like Nikki has this really powerhouse, aggressive mat to mat style kind of wrestling, and Stephanie is very high fly, but also mat to mat and technical too. I really think that chemistry wise, I'm very excited for this match actually, and I'm excited to see how Nikki holds up. I have to be honest, even though I am not a fan of this pave the way shit, I will say that I have been impressed. In terms of Nikki does look good out there with the girls. Nikki looks like she can keep up, and I am excited to see Nikki fight her. I mean, I enjoy Nikki Bella matches. I think that when she became Divas champion and actually like trained harder to really carry that title, I didn't mind watching her matches. So I think the chemistry is going to be great. But anyway, regardless of how great the match is going to be, there's just no chance in hell that she becomes women's champion. I'd be very shocked. Stephanie takes this easily.
Okay, and then we have the ladies in their War Games match. Rhea, Io, Alexa, Charlotte, AJ, Nia, Lash, Asuka, Kyrie, and Becky.
Anybody can take this, honestly.
Well,
I know AJ Lee's on a, she's.
It depends on who they want to book this around. Do they want to book it around the Kabuki Warriors doing something after this win, or do they want to book around Rhea and Io after we just gave them a win, like at Saturday night's main event? Do they want to book it around AJ Lee so she can get her title match with Becky? Wait, Becky doesn't have the title anymore.
Maxine Dupree.
God fucking damn it. Okay, well then,
this could go anywhere. That's why it's so up in the air in terms of what they do with anybody.
I'm surprised they put Nia Jax back into this match.
I don't see AJ Lee losing her first War Games match. They got AJ Lee in the. Is this the Matrix?
Right.
Is this the Matrix? They got AJ Lee in a War Games match.
I have no idea what AJ Lee's going to do in a War Games match.
Dude, it's going to be beautiful.
Wait, is she going to catch Io off the top? That's what you're going to tell me? That little 100-pound girl going to catch Io off the top?
I would love to see it.
Oh, my goodness.
Honestly, I'm going to go with Team Rhea. I don't see AJ Lee losing in her first War Games match. But the heels can take it, but I'm going to choose Team Rhea.
I agree.
I'm going to choose Team Rhea.
CM Punk, Cody, the Usos, and Roman versus the Bronze, Logan Paul, and Lesnar and McIntyre.
I ain't going to lie to you. That shit's stacked.
Yeah,
I ain't going to lie to you. That card is stacked. Fuck Brock Lesnar, though. I will always stand 10 toes on that.
Justified.
Who takes this?
Man, I have no feelings for this match, so it's telling me that this is 50-50, my feelings upon this match, because I have none. But I just don't see, because I just don't see how you put Punk, Rhodes, and Roman on the same team with one of the greatest tag teams of all time working with them and having them lose.
Honestly, I think the Survivor Series is going to be what I call a babyface W.
Yeah.
I don't think a single heel will win that night.
I don't see it. I don't see it either. I think I have Dominic winning, but I'm not confident in that. I'm not confident in that.
I think it's going to be a babyface sweep.
So
I think this would be a good guy rally cry.
Well, if it's a babyface sweep, that means a lot of nothing is going to be happening after these matches. Like I don't know.
Because all these matches kind of like got,
what's going to happen after the War Games match? They're just going to just shake hands and be on their way. It's
also, shout out to Samoa Joe. Congratulations on your AEW championship win.
I did see that. Yeah. That was actually full year. It sounded like a really good pay-per-view.
I want to buy it, even though it's past due. I mean, not past, but like already happened. But I kind of want to buy it just to watch it.
I mean, yeah, I was busy, but I hear full gear was fantastic. But yeah, I think we covered everything. I covered everything I wanted to cover Raw is tonight. We'll see.
The go home War Games.
We'll see the go home War Games match. No John Cena. No John Cena. John Cena's not going to be there.
That's kind of dumb, but
I don't know who is going to be there, to be quite honest. I think Punk.
No, well, that's not dumb
suspects.
because last Monday was his last Monday Night Raw.
Yeah.
That was a good Raw. I'm not gonna hold y'all. That was a good Raw.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we'd like to thank you so much for tuning in to another episode of Heel Rant. As always, you can now find us streaming not only on YouTube but SoundCloud, Spotify, and Apple Music as well. And also I think Shazam and Deezer. Like, there's a lot of check marks, but
wherever you get your podcast,
you can find us now. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Please find us on streaming, subscribe there. It's free to subscribe everywhere. We're not charging y'all for anything yet. And please tell your friends about us. Follow us on Instagram. Follow us individually on our social medias at Sim Hyena and then
D2 Kingpin.
D2 Kingpin. And anything.
If I may, I'll wrap this up by saying I know I met a lot of people at Colossal Con North in Wisconsin. And I just want to say thank y'all for giving me the time of day. Thank y'all for checking into Heel Rant.
Please, thank you so much.
This is a very big thing for not only me but Samad as well. We always wanted to talk pro wrestling with a much wider prospect of people. So as long as we keep putting episodes together, you'll see and hear other faces on this program. We got a lot of people lined up that want to get their rants in. We got a lot of people that want to.
That'll be exciting to bring other like nerds like us to see what you guys think about stuff like this.
Understandable. Like, definitely, we would love to have a nice back and forth with y'all about wrestling topics. I had a back and forth with a lot of different people over a bunch of different wrestling topics, just because I cosplayed as Jey Uso for the Saturday nights, the water park and all that. It was amazing, and I had to start
going to these cons. They seem fluid as fuck.
Hey man, Colossal Con North is probably it's definitely the biggest one I've been to.
I got one more con in me. I got one more con in me, and then I'm out of the game.
Hey man, that's all right. I feel the same way. These cons are getting quite expensive. I just checked my wallet. And I was like, damn. I did that. I did all that. The steak and seafood was how much?
Well, thank you again, y'all. We super appreciate it. If you're tuning in for the first time, we love you so much, man. So it's only going to get up from here. But this is us signing off.
Yeah, take care, y'all.
Take care. Have a happy Thanksgiving.